Hey guys, welcome to this week's reading. I just want to tell you about something amazing that Mark and I do, and we do this every year. We went to the mouth of the Ganaraska River for the salmon run, and this happens every single year from the Atlantic Ocean, goes to the St. Lawrence River, go through all the tributaries, land at the mouth of the Ganaraska River, and push themselves upstream in the most spectacular, I don't know how to explain it, how it makes you feel to see these salmon push their way up against the rushing river. It's exhausting for them, and it's the most really moving sight. I get tears in my eyes every time we go. My husband always teases me that I over-exaggerate, and then I always have to come back to normal. So when we say the fish was this big, we actually mean it this time. The fish is this big. They're humongous fish. But these are giant fish, and they push their way up. It's amazing. There's this little hidden bridge that Mark and I like to go to visit, and you can go down a little path and go right close to the river and see them up close and personal. It's so amazing. I don't even know that many people know it. What's particularly extraordinary about this is that these giant fish actually are returning to their birthplace. Because what happens is the fish that we see moving up these little tributaries, but they go up there to lay their eggs. But then those fish hatch. And those fish come back, all the way back, go out to the ocean, spend a while there until they grow, and then they come back to the exact place where they were born. That's just so moving. Okay, we are going to do the cards 1 to 6 as always, but you notice the backs of the cards are a little different. It's because we are using the Crystal Spirits Oracle for this entire reading, except for the astrology reading. I'm going to go back to using Wisdom of the Oracle. So this is card number 1 if you pick that, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. I'm going to break it down again. If you pick card number 2, say for example, that specific card is going to be an extra important card for you this week out of the 6, okay? So that'll be your special card. But the card storyline, because this is a story in motion, comes from me telling you about all 6 cards. And then you're going to also get a card for your sun sign. And if you also want to be a little more sophisticated, your sun sign, your ascendant, and your moon, which I'll explain again in a second. I kind of like to go over it every week in case you're brand new and you don't know what the heck you're doing here with me. Who's the lady with the dog and the cards? So let's turn the cards over. Yes, you want to help me, Tinkerbell? Card number 1 is Bixbite. I'll explain what they are later. Card number 2 is Smithsonite. Card number 3 is Diamond, and we don't read these cards upside down, by the way. These are only read upright. Card number 4 is Amber. Card number 5 is Lemurian Quartz. I never say that right, but and then Numite is card number 6. I'll go through them again. Bixbite is 1, Smithsonite is 2, Diamond is 3, Amber is 4, Lemurian Quartz is 5, and the 6th card is Numite. Now let's tell the story that the crystal spirits tell us from 1 to 6, okay? So the first card, Bixbite, tells us that there's a lot of activity. It reminds me of Yang in the Wisdom of Oracle card because it's a movement card. It's an action card. It's literally lights, camera, action, go. So it's that ambitious energy of getting things done. And that's what's going to happen for all of us this week. And we probably feel it. What do you got in your mouth? That's a no, bad girl. Okay, so Smithsonite is the card number 2, and when you follow card number 1, which is Bixbite, and we know that there's lots of energy and there's ambition and it's time to go, Smithsonite is about managing chaos. It really allows us to kind of chill after the chaos, and chaos is then seen in a very positive light. So if we've stirred things up, this is a really good thing. So we're saying, yeah, this is good. There's waves. We're making some waves here. And Smithsonite helps us release that energy that sometimes happens for us when we get a little bit squirrely when things get a bit chaotic. But this is a good chaos. So let's look at card number 3 now, which is Diamond. When I first started learning meditation, it was from the Tibetan temple in Toronto. I would go there twice a week, and I would take a class. And one of the really important things that stood out for me is that they talked about something called the path of the diamond, which was the path of time and pressure. And that meant that something brilliant and something highly valuable comes out of time and pressure. And so we see the results of hard work here, and not always succeeding right away. Sometimes you feel like you're under so much pressure and that things seem like they're repressing, etc. But all of a sudden we have this great, valuable experience that we can share with others. And that's really what Diamond is all about. So we have Bixbyte, which is ambition and movement forward. Smithsonite helps us manage the chaos, etc. Release that pent up energy. We remember that we have earned, this is like we have earned our understanding and our integrated wisdom, etc. We've earned that. This just didn't come willy-nilly. We have something to offer. And then card number 4, this is amber. It's about releasing karma from the past. So think about amber. You imagine that you could see things that are stuck in amber, like a dragonfly in amber. There's that great Outlander series that actually one of the books is called Dragonfly in Amber. So it preserves things from the past. And so if you see amber after diamond saying, yeah, it's time to release the past, but we have earned something from the past. So it's very positive. Again, it's a sense like I have knowledge and wisdom that I have gained from the ambition that I've set in motion, from managing chaos, from the fact that I have, I've had the experience of time and pressure and the value of understanding experience. And then here I have this, I can learn from what the past brought me. And then guess what happens? Lemurian quartz, which is all about vision. And it's about that big picture thinking. And it's about having a sense of infinite possibility and potential as a result of these things. Now, one of the best cards to land on here, which is card number 6, which is Numite crystal. So Numite tells us about mastery, and we forget how far we've come. But all the cards in front of this card, Numite, tells us that we've come a long way, and we've earned the right to our wisdom to impart to others. And this is really interesting because I think nowadays I've noticed that, you can just put out a shingle and say you know something when you haven't put the time in. And so you have. Ask yourself, what have I really put the time in? What have I committed to over these years, over this time that I really feel that I have earned something, right? And I think that Numite is about that earning, but knowing that mastery sometimes comes in a way that we don't anticipate, and we don't even notice. And so it also tells us about mastery in a way that is self-mastery. So how have we overcome the karma of our past? What have we overcome to become the diamond? What have we set in motion that have caused us friction, for example? And that's actually friction is Smithsonite and diamond together. And then what, as a result of that, is that valuable information that we have to share with others, be it through our thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and subsequent actions, or our conscious decisions and awareness to create something for the benefit of others. So it's a really interesting week. Lots going on, obviously. And I think at the end of the day, if I were to sum it up, it's really about how far have you really come? How far have you come? Because I bet you've come a lot further than you know or that you think. Do a little inventory and go like, wow, I have come a long way. I have lots to offer people, because a lot of people think they don't have anything to offer, but you do. You do. You just got to sit down and look at it and go, wow, yes, I do.
Puppy break. Hello, puppy double love. Kisses. Tinky wants to say,
hi everybody. Okay, if you like this video, you must like this video, I bet you do, so send it to your friends if you like it, and subscribe to my channel, right? Yeah. What happens when you subscribe to my channel, right? You will see like a little thing below this. You click on it and there's a bell, and if you click on the bell, well, the bell gives you a notification that tells you when we have a new video. Okay, Tinky, Do you want to go back down? Or you promise you won't chew on my feet? Now I'm going to pull the astrology cards. That means I'm going to go through all 12 signs of the zodiac. So for those of you who are new at this, you already know your sun sign. It's very accurate. You just need to know what the sun sign is and pick that card. If you're a little more sophisticated or you want to expand yourself a little bit, you'll find a really interesting reading if you choose. The first card is your sun sign, then check out your ascendant next, and then your moon. For those of you who are super sophisticated, do this on your progressed moon like we taught you in Stars and Cards. And if you don't know about Stars and Cards, stay tuned because next year we're going to be doing it again, me and Deborah Silberman. And for those of you who have never known how to find your ascendant or your moon or any of the places in your chart where anything exists, you just go to astro.com, put in your birth data, and you're going to find out your sun sign, your ascendant, your moon, your Mars, your Venus, all your personal planets are right there. Get a chart done, and you can actually follow along that way. So easy to do, astro.com. Now let's get going. So the first card is for Aries, and that is chop wood. So Aries, as in my husband, lots of work. That's all. Just work, work, work this week, and focus, chop wood, carry water. Nothing major. Just follow through on the things that you have started. Next is Taurus. This one wants to come out. Fork in the road. Some choices to be made, Taurus, this week. Don't hesitate too long at that fork in the road, but know that any choice that you do will bring you into a very specific experience and you'll get something out of it. So don't linger too long at that fork in the road, but make that choice. Gemini, tick-tock in protection. So you might feel like you're running out of time this week, so you really need to breathe on that one. You aren't. So don't push. Cancer, exchanging gifts in protection. So Cancer says sometimes like you get worried that you aren't enough, and it says you are enough. You are enough. Remember that you are enough. That's your mantra this week. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. And that makes a lot of sense too with the 6 card reading. Now we're going to look at Leo, know your why. What are your motives for doing what you need to do this week? So we have that for Leo. Virgo is soulmate. So it's about friendship for you this week, Virgo, and maintaining those really important connections for you. Soulmates can be any kind of relationship that is really meaningful and that you feel lights you up. And sometimes soulmates are also people that come into your life to kick you behind the knees. But this one feels really positive this week. Let's go to Libra. Libra is all about Treasure Island. You have everything that you need to move forward this week, Libra. Scorpio, not for you. So Scorpio, discern what is yours and what is not yours, and remember that rejection is God's protection. But this is about you saying no. Really good week to set some good boundaries with people that don't seem to have any. All right, now we're looking at Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, a leg up. You think you have to do it all yourself this week, but you don't. A leg up tells us that help is there, but you have to ask for it. Now we're looking at Capricorn. Capricorn, you're feeling super blessed this week. Put a lot of hard work in and getting something out of it this week and feeling really good about yourself. So that's a good week for you. Aquarius, don't buy into the never-ending story of going, here I am again. This is not good for you this week. Never-ending story means you don't have to repeat the past, and when it does come up, get out of it. And you can. You have the ability to do that. Stop telling the old story, start telling a new one. And last but not least is Pisces. Pisces is peace in protection. So it really is reminding you that stay in the now. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Okay, so like don't get into anybody else's drama this week. Remember that peace starts from within, and if you want to be peaceful, then choose peace for you first, and don't engage in anything that feels too stressful for you that other people are bringing to the table that is not yours to fix. We're going to go through them just really quickly. Aries is chop wood. Taurus is fork in the road. Gemini is tick-tock in protection. We have Cancer is exchanging gifts in protection. Then we have Leo, which is why. Soulmates is Virgo. Libra is Treasure Island. Scorpio is not for you. Sagittarius is a leg up. And Capricorn is blessed. We have never-ending story for Aquarius, and we have Pisces with peace and protection. If you don't have Wisdom of the Oracle as your own personal deck, you should get it because you'll really understand a lot better about these cards and how to work with them. It's the deck that I teach with in Oracle school, so it's one I always suggest. If you're learning about Oracle cards and you really want to dive in, that's the best deck to do so. All right, I'll see you next week. Bye.
Come on, you can do it. Oh, there's two of them. They're together.